right, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 177, Getting Reviews. How do you get reviews? Write a great book. First, ARC, Advanced Reader Copy. That's what Amazon calls an ARC. Some people call it an advanced review copy. Doesn't matter what you call it. Just that it's something that's sent out before you publish your book for people to read it and then voluntarily leave a review. This is the big sticking point. If you put any kind of incentive on that, like say, hey, if you don't give me a good review, you won't get another book. Those are all taboo according to Amazon. So you have to take care with how you do that. Some people just send it. Hey, here's 50 people who volunteered. I'll send it out. Hope you like it. Hope you leave a review when it goes live. Have a nice day. You can always also publish the paperback early, and they can leave a review on the paperback. And then when your ebook goes live, those reviews will all come together and be there in one place. So different ways to get that review with that advanced copy. If your book is in KU, you can send the advanced copy through BookFunnel before it goes live on KU. And even after, it's within the terms of service that advanced review copies are not subject to the exclusivity rules. Still, that's a tightrope you don't want to walk. I wouldn't walk it. So send out your ARCs ahead of time if you want. I don't use ARCs. That's one thing here's because I don't want to run afoul of the incentivization rules or say, hey, why are you leaving me bad reviews? Nope. Buy the book, and then it's yours to leave whatever kind of review you want because it's a product and you get to review them. Now, what I do is I ask my readership. I put it in the end notes right after I put the end in every one of my books, even though I have series and it's not really the end. There's another book. The end, next book will come whenever. And please leave a review. I love reviews. And they tell me how the book's doing and how you receive them. Well, I can tell. I've got a lot of books. So I can tell on the course of a series, a 12-book series, I'll get 300, 400 reviews on the first book, 200 on the second book. That's fine. Third book, 125. Fourth book, 180. And then I'll look, what was the problem with the third book? And as my readers being nice, being kind, saying, well, I didn't really like it. I liked the series. It was good enough, but I don't want to leave a bad review. So look at your numbers and see, it might be people being kind and not wanting to leave you a bad review. So this is also when you ask your readership, sometimes your readership will be nice to you. It depends how you take feedback also. Like, oh my God, if you argue with them and when they say, hey, I saw an issue with the book, how do you accept that? So it's also something they can do. If they did like the book, please, some people like, hey, they're just reading through, especially your new readers in a series. If you have 5 or 6 books in a series and people read the first book and then they dive right in the second book and then the third book and they're overwhelmed, and then they'll leave a book review maybe on the last book saying, I read this whole series in 3 days and it was awesome. And that's cool. But now you don't have reviews on books 1 through 5, but you do have on book 6. So just ask them, hey, can you go back and review the other ones? I appreciate that. And thank you for liking my books. I love you too, man. And calls to action. That's a big thing. Always put calls to action, whether on my social media posts, whether on in the books themselves, whether in promotions. Please leave a review. Lets me know that you liked it, and we'll work to have more promotions, more sales later. The newsletters. This is your readership. Hey, do me a solid. Leave a review. Thank you. Whether it's on Goodreads or Amazon, let it be their choice. I prefer Amazon, of course, because Goodreads is kind of a cesspool. But Goodreads is for readers. So if you have a solid readership, Goodreads might be a good place for reviews. I've got 5 times as many reviews on Goodreads, and they're good. So it's over there. It's for the readers. Let them do it. I don't do anything over on Goodreads, not anymore. And then, of course, as you're building and trying to get reviews, sound the siren call of round numbers. Hey, we got 9 reviews. We need 10. 10. It's a good number. 19. Hey, who's going to be 20? 95. Hey, we're so close to 100. Siren call. People love round numbers. So that's just something to throw out there, just as a different incentive. I didn't leave a review. Let me dive in. I'll put one up there. So I get a good review rate. Another thing you could do on social media is give shout outs. You go to Amazon, you look down the reviews. Amazon, allegedly it's their property. The reviewer is the copyright. They wrote it, so it's they copyright it. But under fair use, as a lawyer, I look at it. It's like, hey, you wrote this. I'm going to say, hey, so and so wrote this on about my book, and so thank you. Those are good things that you can do, and legitimate. And I'll do that on occasion. People like getting that shout out. Even it's like, hey, Kindle reviewer, thank you for saying these kind of things about my book. I'm glad you liked it. That's it. Make it a relationship. And this is all going to that foundation of building your business. Build that solid foundation. And readers, they are the foundation. Nothing else you do is as important as the readership. Yes, you want to feed them great stories. You want to encourage them, but they're there because they want to be entertained, and you are providing entertainment. You are filling a void in their lives. Make sure you maintain that relationship, and reviews are one way they can give you something a little bit back besides paying for your book. And Kindle Unlimited, they could borrow your book, they can borrow a million other books, but they borrowed yours. So you thank them. Thank you. Throw a review up there, and that thanks me even more. I appreciate it. So share, relationship. Don't get freaked out. It's the reviews. You do need that social media, the social proof. Social proof is just a way saying, hey, other people have looked at this and they weren't violently offended by my words. So a little bit goes a long way. Just let your people know. All right, everybody. Peace.